The 600-meter underway. Heather Dornard in Minnesota finished second in this event a year ago. She is in lane 4.
And Dornard is probably going to be your favorite. She actually won the NCAA championships in 2006 in the 800, but she's only won one Big Ten championship in the 2 years.
3 laps in this event, 600 meters, 3 times around the 200-meter track here at the field house.
What a bold move by Fawn. She's looking very confident, and the Penn State runner is just running amazing today. She did win her heat in the 400, but ended up taking 4th overall.
That's Fawn Dorr moving into the lead, a sophomore from Penn State. Dornarden running second.
Dornard last year scored 23 points for the Golden Gophers in their Big Ten championship, so they're really relying on getting a lot of points from her this weekend, and she's just coming by Fawn Dorr now in the home stretch, heading into the bell lap. Dornarden went down.
Dornarden falling down, gets up quickly, but that's going to cost her. Lucky she wasn't injured.
Her teammate just went to the front, though, so they may be able to recover from that. And Dornarden is flying down the backstretch.
She is catching up.
She is going to catch Fawn Dorr, and she may catch the leaders.
Wow.
She's got Fawn.
This is a gutsy effort by Dornarden. Can she pull it off? She's moved into 3rd. Dornarden coming down the stretch from the outside. Dornarden coming on strong. Dornarden all the way. Dornarden. Yes, she did it. Wow, unbelievable.
Durka Allah, Muhammad Jihad. Bagala, Muhammad Jihad. Bagala, Muhammad Jihad, Allah, Durka, Muhammad Jihad, Muhammad Jihad.
Oh, shit. Come on, Gary. Act. You have the power.
Bak, Dirk Allah. Durka, Muhammad Jihad. Hakba Sherpa, Bagala. Oh, Durka.
Welcome everybody. Welcome. I've just been rushing around a little bit, enjoying my time off. I'm just getting dressed as I'm doing it. Let me put a clip on. Not like dress, I'm dressed. I'm just doing cut my sleeves up. Right, let's do it. We've got a really good show tonight. Big up to SS, big up to ZYX, Lord Doomsworth. Tej Pal, Singh, Sedu, welcome. Also good to see you, fella. Rachel, ZWX, Nonconformista, Andy Pandy 33, of course, 33, Andy Pandy. Of course, Paul and Matt, Amy Patrick, welcome. Let's turn it up, let's do it. It's EKoM Friday.
What is the 5 fingers say to the face? What? Slap!
Super funny. I find myself super funny. I am super.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Now, unless that's the biggest farm field I've ever seen in the UK, then that's a little bit of strange activity, wouldn't you say? I mean, let's just dissect it for entertainment purposes only. On the coastline, sucking in the ocean, across the country, which will spread out, and then over the other side, they'll do exactly the same and pull it this way and just keep repeating the process. That's called cloud seeding 101. So for anyone that says it's not been proven in the UK, oh, I think it has now, mate.
On screen right now are the heads of the Air Force, British and American. I'm going to show the American in a minute. I'll be on camera in 2 seconds. Just get nearly ready. It's EKoM Friday. I'm in a good mood. I've got a ton of energy. Let's do it. Willkommen, pirates. How we doing? How is everybody? Music's good. Stream is good. Alles ist gut, ja? Ist wunderbar. Wunderbar! Actually, maybe we should start off with speech, if I can find it. We've got a huge show tonight, guys. Huge show. Actually, let's begin with a jingle that I made.
Thank you very much.
He's got the guns. Go ahead, you get them. Why me? Well, you're supposed to be the hard case.
You go and get the guns, I drive the car!
What a twat I am. It's the wrong clip. This is the jingle.
Completely chicken soup.
It's what?
It's kosher. It's Christmas.
The Jews don't celebrate Christmas, Tom.
As you know, this puts us in an awkward position. I don't have enough to continue.
If the milk turns out to be sour, I ain't the kind of pussy to drink it.
Harry, or as some, including himself, like to call him, Hatchet Harry.
You got it all. Know what I mean?
100 grand.
Well, if you got it, you got it. No, if you don't mind.
Awesome.
What's this Eddie like then?
He's a fucking thief. Harry has a colleague, a monster of a man, Barry the Baptist.
If you don't want to be counting the fingers you haven't got, or sharing a bed with the Antichrist, I suggest you get those guns.
Thank you very much.
He's got the guns. Go ahead, you get them.
Why me?
Well, you're supposed to be the hard case.
You go and get the guns, I drive the car!
Voodoo magic. Fucking voodoo magic, man.
The boy's got a rare ability. He seems to make cards transparent. He's got bluffing
All
down.
right, so we can say he's good.
Oh no, he's better than good. He's a fucking liability.
Here, hold on. What do you think of these? We're selling hundreds.
Very nice, Harry. What's it for?
Oh, don't play innocent with me, Bezza. Spanking.
Fucking guns.
I'm not going to get the fucking guns. You get the fucking guns.
Hey, you fucking
Come
bitch,
in
Tom.
If the milk turns out to be sour, I ain't the kind of pussy to drink it. Do you know what I mean?
So, we begin now. We have so many clips to go through tonight. Like, so many. Honestly, we've got such a huge show tonight. I might not be doing a show next week because I'm going to be working. I was on my boat. Oh, music. It's music. It's Friday night. Where's the music?
Now, here comes the music.
Do I look bothered?
Oh, you are awful, but I like you.
I know exactly what you're up to, and quite frankly...
My neighbour's looking at me from a boat. I'll be back in 2 secs. 2 secs. He's looking at me. He thinks who I'm talking to. Right, sorry guys, I just had to go see my neighbour. He's wondering, he's trying to get me. So this is what I wanted to talk about as well, the migrants, and we saw the music out as well. So I hope everybody's well. Beautiful weather today. England can be nice sometimes, can't it? I was going to do a show without my cap tonight. I thought, nah. 37 people watching. That's weird. Right? Music's too loud. I looked at the likes a minute ago. It said 27 likes. Now it says 18 likes. It said 27 likes a minute ago. Because I was going to say, I don't need to say like the show, guys, because you've all done it already. I know. Welcome, Emma. Welcome, Laura. Kirsty C, welcome also. Good to see everybody. So yeah, we've got a huge show tonight. Might go for like 3-4 hours. I've got 2 scenes. I've got about 100 clips to play. So let's begin. Let's begin with let's continue with the migrants, actually, because I did play that. And just wanted to talk about, where is the clip gone? I know. I just want to talk about it while we go through it. Oh yeah, sorry. I was out the room. So we got closer ties with Europe, and I'll take my webcam off. Look, the double cross. They always have 2 flags. You can see the double cross. Pretty obvious, isn't it? It's pretty obvious now what's going on. I talked to someone there. Let's skip forward on the migrants actually quickly. See what he's saying. I got it. It's about 7 o'clock. What's wrong with this speech, man?
And then taken, as you can see now, Border Force Ranger moving towards Calais. This is the British vessel performing a search and rescue mission taking back to France. So you might well say, why are British vessels getting involved in that? Others have said, well, of course they should. This is a humanitarian mission. And it's also been reported.
Blah 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 blah. Not watching any more of that shite. Well, actually, there's a bit more to go in that. Actually, not in this story, but a different story. So I want to cover some of the stories, yeah, because I want to cover. Wait a second. I want to cover some of the news because there's a lot going on, and we're going to be talking about the Air Force. We're going to be talking about Blackwater being the private military that was actually disbanded. And we're going to be talking about that later, and about how they construct our world when we don't ask for any of this stuff, you know. If you like this top, guys, honestly, it's so comfortable. It's hemp. It's 20 quid off eBay, 20 quid. But do you know what? See, when you put it on, it feels like, I swear to God, it's the first hemp clothing I've had, and it's like, oh, it's super comfortable, honestly. So I hope everyone's enjoying the weather. I hope everyone's having a good Friday night. Welcome, John Francis. Welcome, Kyle Ratkin. And Rachel, I've said already. Skywatch, big up. Yeah, thanks for that, Matt. It is a bit low in that clip. Yeah, I've got that. Cheers. Here's a little bit. Squirrel Sniper, welcome. Also, good numbers already watching tonight. Do hit the like button. Honestly, the non-conformista, welcome. Also good to see you. Hemp, it's something about it. You put it on, Matt knows as well. And you put it on, and it's like it's funny. It is. So, actually, we'll do that later. We've got so many clips to talk about tonight. Let's have a little, while I have a drink, let's have a little musical break. There is going to be some music tonight, guys. It's Friday night. Have a drink, have a smoke, do whatever you want to do, but turn it up because we are going to play some music throughout the show. It's my style. If you don't like the music, go watch BBC News, go watch ITV or something. But yeah, let's do it.
My dad was a toolmaker. Skilled as a toolmaker, highly skilled.
dad, I think it's right to say, was a tool maker.
He was a toolmaker, yeah. Toolmaker. Dad was a toolmaker. Toolmaker. My dad, he was a
I apologise for taking you by surprise. When this opportunity appeared, I've been allowed out of my cage.
He was a toolmaker. He was a skilled man. My dad was a toolmaker. My dad was a toolmaker. Toolmaker. He was skilled as a toolmaker. Highly skilled.
Get to the chopper!
What is the 5 fingers say to the face? What? Slap!
My dad, he was a toolmaker. He was skilled as a toolmaker. He was skilled as a toolmaker.
Airball, actually. I don't think of it as well vomit. I think of it as a wet
or burner.
And it washes up on the shores, and somebody that's very lucky happens to find it, and a little brick like that can bring you.
So you have to wait for a well to be washed up.
Well, you have to wait for the ambergris to wash up.
And it's the sperm that. Now, what smells?
They cough it up.
Oh, I love that clip.
Oh, you are awful.
Wait a sec.
I like you.
Oh, music. Right, so.
I know exactly what you're up to, and quite frankly, you're going to need my help.
Oh, I thought something. Right, anyway, let's continue with the show. What was I doing? I just lost my thread of what I was doing, actually. And then, Mike, let's continue with the story. Right, let's do it. Yeah, this one. I want to talk about Trump a little bit, because, theatre. It's a bear. It's all fucking theatre, isn't it? It's just, let me make myself a little bit smaller. But Hulk Hogan, I mean, come on. They're all part of it. They're all this guy. In the battlefield. Well, in the video. Should be audio. Anyway, you know what? Tonight I've done differently. What I've done differently tonight is I've taken my time a little bit more, and not got rushed about in the shower, etc. Kind of like acting like a royal would, let's say.
It all started because I play with Ouija boards, dabbling in black magic, trying to get in touch with Lord Mountbatten, and I might as well emphasize it, dabbling in black magic. It's bad for your health. Don't touch the Ouija boards.
He does like a good Ouija board, doesn't he, our Charlie? Right, I've got some music. I don't know what my music is. This one. No, that's two. So, levels, good, right. So let's do it. Let's continue. Lord Mountbatten, Ian Collins, welcome. I'm watching the chat too much. Tony Garrett, good to see. The hell happened there, man? Sorry, my screen went funny. Yeah. Let's continue with what we were watching and get through the news. What is news? News. And it's funny because, like, you know, as I was like, I went swimming yesterday. in the English Channel, which I don't really do. Do you know what? So I've swam off my boat before, but not from the beach. The last time I went swimming in Britain was when I was a teenager in Scotland. Believe it or not. Crazy. Yeah. So, we've got so many clips tonight. Do you know what? Honestly, we've got so much to go through tonight. We're just at the very, very start of the show. So, let's we'll talk about NATO a bit as well. NATO, this dude, man. Yeah. Give me a minute, let me find my videos. I've got to sort out my videos. Yeah, so we're going to talk about flooding next as well. There's been a few floods, and I didn't know about these. Music's a little bit loud. I need to get some headphones. So yeah, sail away, welcome. Also good to see you, always watching. So yeah, I will be sailing away next year. I might even go at Christmas, I don't know yet. But let me just pause that clip behind me. I am going to be sailing away soon. The boat is looking good as well. But I've got the undercoat below the waterline. Looks amazing. I've got the line. It's good. But your name, man. But cracks me up. Right, let's get into this. Let's get into what I want to talk about. Okay. This is Israel. So I want to quickly talk about some of the news. Let me turn that. Wait there a sec. Too much going on here. Let me get some music on. So, this is Israel, and apparently a huge explosion was heard. Can you hear that? Yeah. A huge explosion, vibration was heard in Israel, in Tel Aviv, yesterday. This is the footage. This is Spain. Crazy, isn't it? I mean, I sometimes talk about this. What they're going to do is they're going to keep doing this. They're going to keep harnessing the weather. And I thought my mic wasn't on then. No mistakes yet. But, oh yeah. Shut up. How about no, Mr. Gates, Chancellor Hell Gates? It's a bit loud. Right, so we're going to talk a little bit about this dude. Do you know what I've got? Right, because it's a big show tonight, I'm going to play something if I can find it quickly. It's a little edit that it's okay to do that now. Billy Goats, one sec. I think this is it.
And then, as we do come up with vaccines, we want vaccines that are infection blocking and long duration, which today, the vaccines have saved millions of lives, but they don't have much in the way of duration, and they're not good at infection blocking. But they don't have...
Mike, like this dude, man. This dude is just... I can't even hear the music. Yeah. Anyway, But this dude, Billy Goats, man, he's in a way, right? Jeff Berwick talks about him. Jeff Berwick's like, I love Bill Goats. I love Bill Goats. Billy Goats. I love him because he's got rid of all the stupid people.
What did the five fingers say to the face? What? Slap!
So, yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? The gatekeeper. We've got let me put some of this music. I'm not liking this music. There we go. I'll put the usual one, the reliable Nefex. Right, let me just close up some stuff. Let's continue. Actually, I've got so much to go through. So look, I am going to be a bit all over the place because I've got a lot of topic. We're going to look at some of my old footage as well and look at what we lived through, what they did to us on a manipulative, psychological, behavioral technique, and I want to talk about it. And I think it's important never to forget what we lived through, what we're still living through. I mean, are things normal? I don't think they are. I really don't.
With some strong winds across northern.
Like this, right? This here, right? Oh my god! I mean, this is summer. So I'm gonna go back. I put all these clips together to make my life easier, but we'll go back to the Olympics. We missed a bit out. Let's go back to the Olympics. This Will Geddes, dangerous guy.
We've got 10 days until the games commence on the 26th. Now, the element that really concerns me the most, Martin, is the opening ceremony. And their opening ceremony is intended to be a flotilla carrying all the athletes down the Seine as part of that first ceremony.
Big shout out to SS for making this.
Over 100,000 people craning to get a glimpse of this year's tributes. And the sponsors get to see the tributes for the first time. The importance of this moment cannot be overstated.
It was decreed that each year the various districts of Pan Am would offer up in tribute one young man.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Fight to the death in a pageant of honor, courage, and sacrifice.
I'll be back.
The Olympics, bathed in riches, would serve as a reminder of our generosity and our forgiveness. This is how we remember our past. This is how we safeguard our future.
There they are. This
this year's tributes.
Oh, the most exciting part.
It just gives you goosebumps.
And don't you love how the stylists, they so clearly are able to reflect the character of each district?
Right. There's District 4.
Yes, the fishing. I get it. I like it.
That's very good.
And behind them, we have 2 power plant workers, right? And then, what is that in the background?
Welcome. Tributes, we welcome you.
Gouge his eyes!
And we salute your courage and your sacrifice. And we wish you happy Hunger Games, and may the odds be ever in your favor.
Big shout out to SS for that. That's really good. I love that clip. I love it. Oh, I was going to do this actually. Yeah. Let's watch it a little bit actually. Way too much. I'm not doing it. I'm slowing down. I'm going to do it slowly because if I go too, you got to pace yourself when you do these shows. When I'm using the software, so I realized you can't just you have to just breathe. You have to breathe when you do the show, and because I'm doing a lot, I've got a lot going on. Anyway, we continue.
It's showtime.
What are they going to do? What do you reckon they're going to do? They're going to do something, for sure. Or the symbolism. Going back to that clip, I mean, this clip is middle of summer, 4th of July. What's this pink wind all about, man? Come on. There'll be some Arnie Dubsworth. Be patient. Patience.
I'll be back.
Right. Let's continue. Let's go on to some other stuff as well. What we got here? Yeah, this is an interesting video. Lovely dress. Lovely dress. Go. I've been right with her. I've been spamming her weekly, daily, almost like bi-daily. Like lovely dress. Can't remember her name. Annie. Lovely dress. Why don't you tell them about solar radiation management, etc.? But they won't. How about that? You know, I was talking to somebody. Wait a second. Yeah, let's watch this video. NATO. I'll tell you the story in a minute about the story.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
Oh, my mic wasn't on. But yeah, it's I'm going to talk about the Air Force a little bit. And like I say, I'll just put some eye drops in my eyes. They're fine. Put the light on this one. Anyway, but yeah, it's like the Air Force. We know what's going on. Let me back this up here with a sec. Let me just back this. Yeah, the level's okay. What they're doing with the weather, what they're doing in spring, I think it's at the start of this video. No, it's not. Anyway, well, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that was Spain. Actually, this is yesterday, yeah. This is like that, Space Command. Let's talk about, I'll leave it playing, sorry. But, actually I prefer like that light's distracting me. But all the what's happening in the sky, right? The people at the top level Air Force will know. They will know. And I wanted to highlight some people. So there's a guy, I've got the photo actually. Let me grab the photo as well. Do you know what? This light's putting me off. Let me turn this light off. Yeah, it's better. It's like shining bright in my eyes. Right, so, but these guys, you know, these, I missed some of them there. I've got photos with the names on them. My point is, Britain, America, Five Eyes, Britain and America, their military bases are worldwide. So over 1,000 American bases. And what do we do about this? What do we do about the situation where we're all being poisoned? And what can we do about it? What should we do about it? That's the question. This is me on my boat the other day, just a couple of days ago. Like, it was ridiculous. I went out on my boat. And time I went out there, oh, I've missed it. Time I went out there, it was just white sky. It's like, come on. I'll tell you the story actually. I was in the marina yesterday, this morning. I was chatting to a guy, and they was just spraying like loads, like 15 lines, right? And I said to him, do you not see this, mate? Can you see what's going on nowadays? He's like, what? What do you mean? These lines. He's like, oh, that's normal. I was like, it's one that had dropped. I was like, nah, mate, it's just one that's dropped. He said, oh, these things can appear on their own. These things can appear on their own. Right, let's play some music and watch a video. Commonwealth Ritual, and we'll come back to this. We're going to be moving on to stick to the Air Force. We've got loads to talk about tonight. Right, I need to breathe and have a drink of water. Turn it up, let's do it. We're going to show you some of the Commonwealth Ritual from Birmingham. It's rather good.
Showtime.
Poor always being fucked over by the rich. Always have, always will.
On screen now, this is the Fallen Angels, Stars from Above. It's very interesting, this clip. Have a watch. And give the show a like. Love you all, guys. Friday night, it's EKoM Friday. Turn it up, let's do it.
Yeah, that's right, plastic. These fucking plastic people.
Bardia start out there for many southern and central areas.
His eyes.
There's a new virus in the database.
What's happening?
It's replicating, eating up memory. What do I do?
Type cookie, you idiot. I'll head him off at the pass.
It's showtime.
Mr. Anderson, welcome back. We missed you.
Turn it up, it's EKoM Friday. How about that? We do it. Everything's totally normal here with the Tower of Babel just about to erupt in flames. Everything's totally normal. Totally normal.
I'll be back.
Allow me to remind you of who I am. I am Richard Branson. Your life is ready for change, and it all starts right now. I am Richard Branson, a name that resonates with success worldwide.
How about no, Richard?
Gouge his eyes!
Everything totally normal on the screen right there. Totally normal.
That was the best full English breakfast I've had since Gary Wilmot's wedding.
No ABBA tonight, Ross Holt.
The poor always being fucked over by the rich. Always have, always will.
anybody else feeling good tonight? I feel good. I feel goddamn good. Goddamn good. It's Friday night. Turn it up. See you on Friday.
The rocket really is subsonic. The challenge is not having the engines go forward. Not having the engines go forward.
The rear flaps, the aft flaps are out as much as possible to try to keep the engines from scooting forward.
Yeah, so you have the rear flaps. If the rear flaps deploy, that's
Are you not entertained?
you know.
Are you not entertained?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I want to stop that right there because look at that, right? I want to talk about this and we're going to be talking about, I didn't even look at so many topics that we're going to keep going tonight. I want to talk about Big Ben. I want to talk about Big Ben. I want to talk about the Houses of Parliament as well because no way were these built with the story they gave us. Look at it. It's fantastic. I mean, look at that. They built all this with horse and buggy. Even Big Ben. Big Ben, right? Big Ben. We'll look up for some videos to play. Actually, let's do it now while I'm on the subject. Because it's a good little segue. But honestly, Big Ben has loads of free energy stuff on it. What's this not? Oh. It's got loads of free energy stuff on it and it's fascinating, honestly. So let's get into it. Here we go, evolution of Big Ben.
Big Ben, a famous London attraction, is probably the world's most famous clock. Big Ben is the largest of the 6 bells in Westminster Palace. Many people think it's the name of the clock tower in London, but in fact, the name refers to the 13-ton bell inside the tower behind the clock dial. The official name of Big Ben was the clock tower of the palace.
You know what's really interesting? We're going to be talking about this later. It's going to segue into another part of the show. And I want to talk about, I was watching Max Eichen the other day, and he was talking about the Book of Thoth, I don't know how you say it. And he's talking about the Book of Thoth, and in the Emerald Tablets, whether to be believed or not, we don't know, but my point is, right, in the Emerald Tablets, they were talking about bells being rung every hour to keep evil spirits away from humanity. How about that? And we know World War I, World War II, they got rid of all the bells. That's why the Nephilim are running the show still. They're still here. This metaphysical world, that we can't see. We can only see 1% of the visible spectrum. And this, I think the music's a bit loud. We can only see 1% of the spectrum, and Buffer B, welcome. Yeah, how you doing? Lord Dibs, also welcome. Good to see you. And Ross Holt. John Francis, also welcome. But we only see a little bit of the spectrum of light. Going back to the story about the Vietnam helicopter gunners that were going nuts, shooting into the jungle. And the captain's like, "What's up, son?" And he's put the goggles on, and you can see demons and men with wings on trees in the jungle. Then they changed night vision to green and banned the red stuff because it's funny, the physical world is being run by the invisible world. You all know what I mean by that, and that's so true. It's fascinating, really is.
Of Westminster.
I'm not going to play all of this if it's a bit boring.
Clock tower was built in Westminster, which had a completely different look at the time back in 1288. In 1834, a terrible fire broke out in Westminster Palace, and the tower was burnt to the ground.
Oh, another fire. How convenient.
The neo-Gothic style, Sir Charles Barry, FRS-RA, was a British architect best known for his role in the rebuilding of the Palace of Westminster in London during the mid-19th century. He's also responsible for numerous other buildings and gardens. At the same time, Augustus Welby Northmore Pugin was an English architect, designer, artist, and critic who is principally remembered for his pioneering...
It's all right. I'm not going to play that. That's a bit boring. But I can leave it playing for a minute. But it's fascinating. Let me just... I've got some music here. There we go. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Sorry guys, I had to add this audio in because I'm struggling to find any audio to play in the background. Back to the songs. Sorry about that. So I've got my music on. There's too much going on a little bit, right? Let's turn this down a little bit. So you should have a bit more chilled music. There we go. So Big Ben, it's interesting. I'll do a proper like show on it, but it's interesting. It's not. See all the free energy stuff here. There is loads of free energy on top of Big Ben. It's fascinating. Right, let me just figure out what we're doing now then. Yeah, that's musical. Right, let me find the next clip. I've got too many clips here. This is an interesting clip. Let's go into this. Let's leave Big Ben behind now. Going to be talking about those bells right at the end of the show. I've got another scene for all this stuff. So this is an interesting clip though.
Just like how Warren talks about with Homunculus, there's a being that they birth within you, and this being can grow inside of you, and it's basically a separate, like a schizoid personality that they activate with a passcode. Yeah, just like in the movie Split. They can activate this personality or this entity that becomes attached to a personality in you, and that's why you see people like Kanye. One day he's a genius, and the next day he's a wacko, crazy person.
Right. Do you know what? I'm actually struggling to find the clips I'm trying to find. So we might go on to... yeah, do you know what? Let's do it now. We've got... do you remember what happened in Kulok in Ireland? Talking about the migrants, and it links to the migrant problem and stuff. And I'm going to play you a... it's 30 minutes, but it's really good. It's really informative. Where is it again? Do you know what? 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds, guys.
What do you do?
I have spent years in construction. I'm recently retired.
You are retired?
Yes. And now,
physical or mental?
Retired. No, not retired. I don't work anymore.
Stopped working.
It's very good you allow Rita to eat with you in the same place.
Well, what I do is play. I didn't do this now. While I remember, there's a girl called Daniela, and she did. Mark Bajerski trained her, and funny, Mark Bajerski put an episode out today, and it was him interviewing her, Daniela, and I saw it, and I was like, oh my god, it's Daniela. She did a healing session on me about a year and a half ago. Very good energy healer. If you want any work done by her, she's kind of like south of London, let's say. She's very good. All the links to her link tree I've put in the description below. I'll fire it in the chat in a second. But we're going to play this another clip now. We're going to play some of her clip. Then we're going to go on to Kulok. And yeah, this is Daniela and Mark. Just 5 minutes. I just want to play a little bit of the clip. I might do a podcast with her. She's thinking about starting a YouTube channel. I said do it. So big shout out to Daniela. She's a lovely energy healer. If you need any work done, the link's below. You can look in the description box below.
3.
Hi everyone.
Daniela Brain. There you go. I'm at my Daniela in the house. Welcome. It's great. We're going to do a load more of these. They're not going to be too long. Nice and short, just to introduce you to pure energy healers and their journey prior and thus far. So welcome, my first wonderful guest, Daniela. First question from some people that sent me a message last night, if it's okay with you. Just to get to know you, what was your childhood like?
Yeah, good question. So I was preparing a little bit of this to explain, and I thought, should I sort of go into all the details? So yeah, I'm glad someone's asked that question. And yeah, I'll start off with, so yeah, something that I've sort of really, my healing journey.
The link, I'm just going to play 5 minutes of this episode. I just want to give her a little bit of publicity because she's just starting out. And big shout out to her because she just left her job. She used to work for the pharmaceutical industry, and I think it's a really good thing for people to follow their dreams, like what I'm about to do. You know, I'm working here, and there's only so many times you can load a dumper and do what we do. And I think it's very important to be very balanced in life and don't just sit here and work all your life. It's very important.
It's all been kind of around the unseen. It's a real sort of extreme lack of self-worth, confidence. Like even doing this today with speaking, I was always told at school that I was so quiet, and there's all sorts of different layers to this, but I've kind of linked it back to my upbringing, and I don't sort of place any blame, or I'm sort of seeing it now from a higher perspective, and realizing that my parents also inherited a lot of this from their parents, and it's all kind of ancestral healing that I've really been working on the most. So my mum and dad split up when I was about 3 years old. So there was quite a lot of arguing and sort of back and forth, which all I think really impacted me at the time, being sort of more energetically sensitive. And for anyone who's into astrology, I've got a lot of water placements in my chart, so really sort of feel things deeply. There was a lot of kind of back and forth with that, and then both my mum and my dad had quite a lot. Their childhood upbringings had emotional neglect. There was a lot of violence, especially on my mum's side of the family. She was kind of raised, she was from Cyprus, and she was raised at a time where girls weren't really considered, deemed worthy of going to school. It was all kind of related to, I think, money side of things. They prioritised sending the boys to school. So my grandma was really kept at home. She did a lot of work on the land, a lot of hard labour, and didn't really, I don't think, had a lot of emotional support and a real sort of loving, nurturing upbringing. And she was later sort of forced at quite a young age to marry someone she didn't want to marry. And there was a lot of violence within that relationship. My grandma, she's told me things like her husband.
Okay, just wanted to play a little bit. I'm not going to play any. I'm not going to play much more. But a big shout out to Daniela. Just wanted to put her face out there so people know who she is. Yeah, really nice girl. Yeah. So she kind of wants to do what I do. She's married. She's got a lovely husband, I think, as well. So yeah, let's continue. Let's watch a little bit of the King's speech, eh? Yeah. Kaiser Charlie. Here he is. Watch this bit. He freaks out here. Oh no, he just did it. He freaks out, the page boy.
It all started because I play with Ouija boards, dabbling in black magic, trying to get in touch with Lord Mountbatten, and I might as well emphasize it, dabbling in black magic. It's bad for your health. Don't touch the Ouija boards.
My lords, pray be seated.
Gouge his eyes!
Fucking voodoo magic, man.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Open the door.
Blackwood!
Mr. Speaker, the King commands this honourable House to attend His Majesty immediately in the House of Peers.
Like all this Blackrod, is Blackrod an actual black guy now? Oh, no, it's a woman, isn't it? It's a woman, but it's cosplay, it's costume dress up. Costume dress up. She's a mother of the house now, Diane Abbott as well. How about that?
Is my
Guys, can we please not write the M word in the chat, please? Mods, the stone builders, just I don't want that M word in the chat all the time. Thanks, thank you.
My lords and members of the House of Commons, my government will govern in service to the country.
I sort of get as close as I dare to saying to God, he must know the right answer for this one.
I'm a believer.
Well, so am I. Yeah, don't leave me out of this. You're going to win.
The government's legislative programme will be mission-led and based upon the principles of security, fairness and opportunity for all. Stability will be the cornerstone of my government's economic policy, and every decision will be consistent with its fiscal rules. It will legislate to ensure that all significant tax and spending changes are subject to an independent assessment by the Office for Budget Responsibility.
The poor always being fucked over by the rich. Always have, always will.
Bills will be brought forward to strengthen audit and corporate governance alongside pension investment. Securing economic growth will be a fundamental mission. My government will seek a new partnership with both business and working people and help the country move on from the recent cost of living challenges by prioritising wealth creation for all communities. My ministers will establish an Industrial Strategy Council. It is my government's objective to see rising living standards in all nations and regions in the United Kingdom. My ministers will get Britain building, including through planning reform, as they seek to accelerate the delivery of high-quality infrastructure and housing. They will also pursue sustainable growth by encouraging investment in industry, skills, and new technologies. My government is committed to making work pay and will legislate to introduce a new deal for working people, to ban exploitative practices and enhance employment rights. It will seek to establish the appropriate legislation to place requirements on those working to develop the most powerful artificial intelligence models. My government believes that greater devolution of decision-making is at the heart of a modern dynamic economy and is a key driver of economic growth. And my ministers will introduce...
Did you hear that? My government, he said. Not our government, it's his government. And I reckon all MPs swore the oath to the Crown Corporation, the dead entity that governs us, not the people.
An English devolution bill. Legislation will be introduced to give new powers to metro mayors and combined authorities. This will support local growth plans that bring economic benefit to communities. A bill will be introduced to allow local leaders to take control of their local bus services. My ministers will bring forward legislation to improve the railways by reforming rail franchising, establishing Great British Railways, and bringing train operators into public ownership. Taken together, these policies will enhance Britain's position as a leading industrial nation and enable the country to take advantage of new opportunities that can promote growth and wealth creation. My government recognises the urgency of the global climate challenge and the new job opportunities that can come from leading the development of the technologies of the future. It is committed...
Right, I'm not going to put you through all that. We know what he's about. We've got to move on with the show. We've got much to go through. So, let's do it. Kaiser Charlie. Wonder what he does, like, for fun. Go underground. Does he...
Gouge his eyes!
I don't know. Is he into that? I don't know.
Fucking voodoo magic, man.
Because they're so satisfying as the years go on.
So there we are. Yeah, it's quite a thing doing this and stewardship. And I ought to mention that we're a 5-year agreement. That means we're only be growing half the wheat that we did for the next 5 years. And my next harvest, potential harvest with the whole farm cropped, isn't until 2030. Just, I can't get my head around. And there's been a lot of things in the news about food security. Some of the government are waking up to food security. And I think they're only right that they are, because as I said in my previous report from here, lots of my local farmers have entered these sort of schemes as well, and therefore there's a dramatic fall in the amount of crops. I think the area, these countryside stewardship and SFI as they term it, are going to just stall for a bit, because the grain price has gone shooting up. So there'll be a lot of farmers redoing their sums and thinking, hang on a minute, I can carry on growing wheat and oilseed rape at these sort of levels. It is profitable, there is a demand for our food. So yeah, be interesting how many more people sign up to the agreement that I've done and lots of my neighbours have done in the coming few months. I'm happy, as I said, because I've de-risked the farm and I enjoy doing this. Isn't behaving at the moment, does not feel like July at all. And also have a look at the combine, because it's service time, and yeah, we're going through the motion as though harvest is going to be happening, but this July has been a washout. I just looked at my rain stats and we've had 51 mil of rain, I think, and today I think is 8th, 9th of July, so in the first week of July, and it does feel very deja vu. This is what magic, man. Happened last year. July was a washout. What's different with 24 is June wasn't much better than this either, and it didn't really have the heat that we got used to in 22, 23.
I wanted to play this because I was watching his YouTube channel and he has no clue. He has no clue what's going on. He thinks everything's normal. It's getting darker now, so I've got sort of lights out. But yeah, I want to play a few of these clips. He's got another one here. I just want to get through the clips.
This countryside stewardship scheme, it's June, July time last year, hoping for an answer, didn't get an answer, had to do something with this field. I said, well, let's put some wheat in it while we wait to see what happens. And then December, just before Christmas, we had the application approved. So this will be going into an enhanced stubble, as they term it, next year. But it's really been very interesting growing a third wheat this year. It went in 8th of October, 10th of October, and you get something called take-all, is the reason why the wheat yield drops as you grow a third wheat, and that's a soil-borne disease. And it, you think you've got a lovely field of wheat, and then as it gets close to the harvest, it just doesn't feel and goes white. And there is take-all I can see in here, and where can I show you? There you go. There's a wheat.
Is Richard Robes Richard O'Brien in disguise? Question mark. I think Phobes is Richard O'Brien from the Crystal Maze. Anyway, I want to talk a little bit about society, and we're going to sort of tearing off the Air Force stuff, the weather stuff, and we're going to go on to the next scene in a mojo. So a few photos to talk about. I oppose the current thing, and this is so true, because I remember at school, when I was in school, I'm intelligent, but I wasn't academic. I didn't want to apply myself. And like, looking back at it now, I'm sure a lot of you guys are the same. Because we kind of knew our education wasn't quite right when we were young. And I felt like my teacher, I just wanted to like...
gouge his eyes!
Yeah, some of that. Anyway, right, do you know what? Let's... I think we might move on to the second part, because I think I've pretty much gone through all the clips. Yeah, we will. Right, they might stutter a little bit here, to 2 seconds. Yeah, we're good. We're here. I've never done that. Never really used this before. So yeah. Oh, check this out. You're gonna love this, guys. Got some new jingles.
Looking for company, baby?
No.
Right, let's get into it. Another jingle. Dangerous. She's dangerous. Deputy Prime Minister. My God. They do it on purpose as well. Yeah, exactly, Rachel. You get in trouble for asking questions. It's crazy. Big shout out to the Emperor.
Rob will come and get us in the Ark. That's right. Rob is going to sail the Ark.
I certainly am. Right, let's get into it. Yeah, here it is. So we're in the second half of the show now. Yeah, hour and a half into it. Cool. Right, Kulok Island. Let's have a little look at this because this is nuts. There was a military barracks. There's my webcam. Where's my webcam? Anyway, right, Kulok.
When I watched this video,
last night there was a military there was a barracks and a military base burnt down, and a factory today I think burnt down as well. It's all kicking off. Very interesting. I used to live in Dublin as well.
Right. When I watched this video,
just before we go into this, I want to give some context because he's talking about he keeps seeing the same cops, right? And this is very interesting. It's very interesting. It's positive news for us, and especially in Ireland, they have a tiny army. Where's my webcam? Not. They have a tiny army. Can't get my webcam up. Anyway, they have a tiny army, and it's very interesting because they keep seeing the same people, and. Here we go. There we go. Oh, I've got to sort my camera over there. Anyway, but they have a tiny army and a tiny police force, and they keep seeing the same people, and it's really interesting. Really interesting.
Just thought, there's your man again, because he stands out to me for whatever reason, because of his age and stuff. And I'm like going, this must be the 15th time I've seen this lad, right?
Go on there. You can see that. We're standing here. It's gone.
Him among many, and the reason it sticks out to me is because they actually don't have that many resources. Clearly, like I'll show a few more videos, but they obviously are lacking in resources. Like they don't have much going on there, because it's not. They don't just send those guys because they're the best in the business or whatever. All these things they send them because that's all they have, right? Let's be realistic. They might send them out to Galway sometimes, or places on the fringe of the West. There might be some people out West, but guards, ordinary guards. But they send them out because the public order unit are specialised in Dublin, probably, maybe Cork, maybe Limerick, maybe Galway a little bit, but the majority of them are up in Dublin. And also because local Gardaí often don't want to come in and viciously crush these local popular movements, because it just isn't right. So these guys are just these sort of robots who will come in and have no loyalty to any area. But the point is they don't have that many resources. I meant to talk about this on a stream before, but one of the funny things is with the guards, I should really have the number. You can look this up yourself. Don't take this is off the top of my head. It's probably a bit wrong. But it was something along the lines of, I looked up how many guards there are and how many soldiers there are and how many of those are women. And before the feminists or anyone sensitive comes in, I discounted the women because what I'm talking about is extreme situations, right? We're talking about civil unrest, civil breakdown, you name it, right? That territory and beyond. I just look like, Now, to be fair, I could exclude the overweight people as well, and then we'd be down to I'm talking about the massively overweight, the ones with huge, massive muffin tops, spilling in every direction out of their vests and stuff, right? So you could actually include them too. But what I'm saying is, okay, before you discount women and obese officers in general and stuff, what I'm saying is there's something along the lines of 15, 16, 17,000 thereabouts, right? The soldiers and guards. Again, it could be 5,000 more or less. I can't remember. But somewhere in that region. And then, of course, how many of them couldn't run 100 meters, right? And couldn't fight their way out of a burnt paper bag and would just be terrified. How many of them are actually tough? Some of these public order unit lads, they are tough. That's why they come along to these things. They're big, hulking, sort of, brooding, sort of walloping figures, right? And it's almost like they're born to go around clobbering people, that type.
Bring me money. Oh, look at me, I wear black shirt, Ukraine label. Come and see Vladimir with money.
If you were to reduce it down to select out of this 15,000 odd number, how many of them are really tough, up for it? You get down to a couple of thousand people probably, right? 3 or 4 or 5,000 maybe maximum, somewhere there, depending on how you cut it. And I was going to bring that up before when we were looking at the name of all these sites. Thornton Hall. That was allegedly it could take thousands of asylum seekers, right? And my point at the time was to say that, you know, one of the reasons why the guards crushing us.
I'm going down to 42nd Street. I'm going to find my silver friend. What's up, baby?
What are we doing here? I'm not a homophobe. My lawyer's gay. His boyfriend is gay.
And are they all aware that you despise them?
Looking for company, baby?
No, we're not. Thank you.
It's worth $50.
Resistance to these
Get in the
plantation centers is a problem. It's because, say you have hundreds and hundreds of thousands of migrants, and say within that you'll have, like you have in Brussels and the likes, you'll have, like, even with one ethnic cohesive group, Moroccans or Turkish or, you know, you name it, Nigerian or Georgian or something in Ireland. Like, you could have thousands and thousands of them sort of concentrated within cities, ethnically connected to narco gangs and stuff like that, like an ethnic criminal kind of connection, you know, that kind of way. That happens, right? As you have with like Moroccans and stuff in Europe. And what I'm saying is, if you have this this ethnic bloc that can be activated, hundreds and hundreds of thousands, almost millions in Ireland, but definitely tens of thousands even within that of the hardcores. What I'm saying is, if these asylum centers with thousands of people and thousands coming in every few months, basically more and more and more and more, excuse me, if they decided to sort of get activated, they just decided to get angry about something, they didn't want to be deported, they didn't want to be have their dole stripped back, they wanted free houses, they, you name it, right? You name it. If they became politically agitated against the Irish majority, let's say, if as we see with this stuff, there's a sort of an untangling, unraveling, a Bosniafication of things a little bit. Irish people are getting annoyed about the asylum thing and la la la. But it could happen in reverse as well. As the Irish hot up, these ethnic blocs could get together and be resentful and dig their heels in. And you know what I'm saying is, like, what if these plantation barracks with all these thousands of men, conspicuously all young military age men, right? I do that because, like, necessarily because they just are military age men. It's just a figure of speech as well, though. Like, what I'm saying is, were these men to be activated and become unruly men as they are military age, it's sort of like the guards who are crushing our demonstrations against it. I'm like going, okay, well, can you guarantee me that in the event of all these lads kicking off and going Dublin riots mode times 100, right? If they all go down that road and they get sponsored by their own states and stuff covertly and all this kind of stuff, are you telling me with your measly couple of thousand shite guards and soldiers, are you telling me you're going to be able to handle that? Are you telling me when my town, which is now 4 times more as many foreigners as there are locals, and all the locals are mixed between kids and old people and only a handful of young men, whereas the 4 times as many of the population of them is all men, so we're like totally defenseless, right? We're totally like at the, like, the only veneer that's holding us back from being completely dominated.
This is really interesting what he's talking about, because it is really interesting. It's really good that he keeps seeing the same cops, and it's like, it's just really interesting where we're going into the next year, the next 6 months to a year. Ireland's about to burst. Ireland's about to crack. And it's going to be rough. It's going to get crazy. All of us are going to see things that we've never seen before.
The thin blue line, the veneer of civilization or whatever. But say that starts to fray. Do you have enough guards and do you have enough army? Are you going to come in and are you underwriting this situation? You're going to be able to protect me. Because the reality is that with the guards, it's like, you wouldn't be able to. So at a purely animalistic level, it's completely reasonable for a community like Dundrum, Tipperary, or Coolock, or anywhere else.
I am very disappointed.
But for most rural communities and small little communities, they're totally right to say, listen, lads, you're beating us as we try to oppose it. But if shit hits the fan, you're not.
Welcome, Doug and Angle. Good to see you, bro.
You won't have the capacity to. So, you know, it's a bit rich for them to come in with the Billy Club or whatever, now, because they're not going to be there if and when it all goes wrong. But that's also true for their lack of numbers and lack of capacity is visible in the likes of Kulak as well. They couldn't.
Jimmy Savile! Take a ride on the donkey. Jimmy Savile! Top of the pop!
Conspiracy theories, which will of course be put out there. You know what? They're monitoring this thing, helicopters, drones, you know, infrared. I would assume they would have all that, surely. You know, these public orders running around the place. They can't stop the place from being put on fire. You have the same haggard bunch of like half old men, you know, lumbering and large as they may be, they're still kind of half old men, sort of being transported around up and down Dublin, even across to the west coast and up and down. Like, you know, how far can that sort of sheet be stretched, lads? You know, how much have you got going on there? And that's what I wonder about. And of course I want peaceful political change. I condemn any aggro with the guards. I support them in doing their work, etc. and all that. But just as a point of logistics, I would wonder, based on what we see, is if Kula kicks off and if that's up the north, and then if Tala kicks off, and then if Nace kicks off, and Clonmel.
It will. Do you know what, guys? I'm going to have to speed this up a bit because I've got way too many clips to go through, and we're going to run out of time in the future if I don't start speeding up a bit. Do you want to watch more of this guy or not? I'll keep playing it for now. Let me know in the chat if you want me to change it or watch it.
What I'm saying is, how far do you have to get on that list at once? Because it's always one at a time. And how far do you have to go before they run out of steam, where they just don't have the personnel anymore, and they don't have the bandwidth? They don't have enough people in the control room. Of course, the PSNI, I've seen the Burkian talking about this. That's when the PSNI come down the M1, which is probably what they would do, bring in their stuff. And of course, then once the PSNI come down from the M1, they would have London.
Somebody said they saw UK police in the riot squad in Dublin. That's next level. Oh, welcome, Jane. Good to see you. Didn't see you earlier. Yeah. Why do people... Yeah, I think change it up is a bit flat, this. But it's really interesting. It is really interesting. It's really interesting. Let's change it up. Boom.
My dad was a toolmaker. He was skilled as a toolmaker, highly skilled.
And your dad, I think it's right to say, was a toolmaker?
He was a toolmaker, yeah. Dad was a toolmaker. My dad was a toolmaker.
The presidential palace, the party of the year. Eyes bright, chins up, smiles on. I'm talking to you, Katniss. Now, there'll be photographers, interviews, everyone will be here to celebrate you, my victors. Breathe it all in, children.
Things are supposed to work is the government should know virtually nothing about us because we're private citizens. We're supposed to know everything about the government because they're public servants. But everything is backward right now. And also look at the media. The media is supposed to be giving us the facts, and we should be formulating our opinions based on that information. Instead, the media gives us their opinions, and we're supposed to decipher whether that's a fact or not.
An hour, sir. Estimate 20 minutes. Everything must be destroyed before they reach the lagoon. Ready to dive.
Aye, sir. Diving station.
Ahead full.
I'm Lucky Flickerman, the first ever host of the Hunger Games.
Enjoy the show.
5, 4,
Enjoy the show.
3, 2.
Enjoy the show. Run. Enjoy the show.
What happens in there, fueled with the terror of becoming prey. See how quickly we become predator? See how quickly civilization disappears?
I am honored to introduce to you the creator of the Hunger Games themselves.
Some people would say this revolution is characterized by the fight of robots against human beings. And we will win this fight.
Professor Klaus Schwab was born in 1938 in Ravensburg, Germany, where Nazi crimes against humanity were committed.
Yes, sir. Hi, I'd like some breakfast. We stopped serving breakfast. I know you stopped serving breakfast, Rick. Sheila told me you stopped serving breakfast. Why am I calling you by your first names? I don't even know who you are. I still call my boss Mister, and I worked for him for 7.5 years, but I walk in here all of a sudden, total stranger, and I'm calling you Rick and Sheila like we're in some kind of AA meeting. I don't want to be your buddy, Rick. I just want a little breakfast.
Well, you can call me Miss Folsom if you want to.
Sheila, we stopped serving breakfast at 11:30. Rick, have you ever heard the expression, the customer is always right? Yeah. Yeah, well, here I am, the customer. That's not our policy. You have to order something from the lunch menu. I don't want lunch. I want breakfast. Yeah, well, hey, I'm really sorry. Yeah. Well, hey, I'm really sorry, too.
Get a gun! Let's get organized!
Completely chicken soup. It's what? It's kosher. It's Christmas.
The Jews don't celebrate Christmas, Tom.
As you know, this puts us in an awkward position. I don't have enough to continue.
If the milk turns out to be sour, I ain't the kind of pussy to drink it.
Harry, or as some, including himself, like to call him, Hatchet Harry.
You got it all with the salsa stuff. Know what I mean?
100 grand.
Well, your clothes,
you got it.
boots, and your motorcycle.
No, if you don't mind. What's this Eddie like, then?
He's a fucking thief.
Harry has a colleague, a monster of a man, Barry the Baptist.
If you don't want to be counting the fingers you haven't got, or sharing a bed with the Antichrist, I suggest you get those guns. Thank you very much.
He's got the guns. Go ahead, you get them. Why me? Well, you're supposed to be the hard case.
You go and get the guns, I drive the car!
Voodoo magic. Fucking voodoo magic, man.
The boy's got a rare ability. He seems to make cards transparent. He's got bluffing
All
down.
right, so we can say he's good.
Oh no, he's better than good. He's a fucking liability.
Here, hold on. What do you think of these? We're selling hundreds.
Very nice, Harry. What's it for?
Oh, don't play innocent with me, Bazza. Spanking.
Oh, get the fucking guns!
I'm not going to get the fucking guns! You get the fucking guns!
Hey, you fucking
Come
big
in
shithole!
there.
If the milk turns out to be sour, I ain't the kind of pussy to drink it. Do you know what I mean?
Welcome, fire, fire.
Richard Branson, but allow me to remind you of who I am. I've been waiting for you. I am Richard Branson. Your life is ready for change, and it all starts right now. I am Richard Branson, a name that resonates with success worldwide. Perhaps introductions are unnecessary, but allow me to remind you of who I am. I've been waiting for you, and here it is, your lucky day.
Company, baby. No.
You're not for axes who at the general issue in a warning. Job people them a ball, said them tired of mediocre. Evil a go fall when we tried in Ethiopia. Me leaving from down, cause them life no easy boat ya. Even Bantan said it's not an easy.
Alright, we're gonna have a little look at some of the footage that we used to live through. All of the COVID nonsense, all of this crap. Turn it up. Sit back, relax. Kick back.
Alone, so I'm recruiting soldiers coming from near and far. I choose executing. Selassie I works and be Rastafari troops. And them say here comes trouble, here comes the danger. Sent by the Savior, welcome the Rasta youths. I'm on a start recruit soldiers for Selassie.
Without much further ado, I give you the Derek Zoolander Center for Kids Who Can't Read.
Rasta youths, you're not for axes who are the general issue in a warning boy. Waving the banner red, green and gold. It is such an honor prophecies unfold. Discovered on stones, on trees and scroll. And even in the stories that Jesus told. Rasta youth must in every.
She's my sister.
Jaja send me fi work. Bring the fire in a room. Jaja send me fi purge. But I can't do it alone. Rasta recruiting soldiers coming from near and far. I choose executing. Selassie I works and be Rastafari troops. Here comes trouble, here comes the danger. Sent by the Savior, welcome the Rasta youth. I and I start recruit soldiers for Selassie I army. Hey, here comes trouble, here comes the danger. Welcome the Savior, welcome the Rasta youth. You're not for axes who are the general issue in a warning. Hey, left and right, the soldiers are gone. Left, right, the soldiers are gone. Hey, could I never throw it down, no boy. Yeah, and we say left, right, the soldiers are gone. Left, right, the soldiers. Left, right, the soldiers are marching on, boy. And we say
Clothes, foods, and your motorcycle.
And here comes danger. Rastafari send me come. I said we're sent by the Savior. Here comes trouble, my friend. Here comes danger. Whoa, whoa. Ooh, nah. Hey.
Back to normal by January of 2021, because everyone's going to be arrested because the white hats are going to save us. Anyone pushing.
On the same page when it comes to driving vaccinations and making sure that we're doing everything that we can to reach people that we need to.
These fucking plastic people.
This is an issue of. This is an issue. Sir, I'm going to answer the questions of the accredited media. Sir, I will shut down the press conference if you do not cease.
You should hold on.
This is one of my edits from 2-3 years ago, 2021. Can you believe the stuff we lived through?
Or you feel like you need to re-record it?
Favorite, well, or my favorite.
To select one courageous young man and
I do love a steel bongo. How about that? Honestly, so good.
Could you tell me a little bit about your cultural learnings voyage in the United States? What was number one? What was the best?
You have a very small head.
Do you like it?
It is small for your head. Why you have such a small head?
It's a spiritual hat.
Ah, yes.
Jewish people wear it, you know, for...
Ah, yes, you wear it to make a laugh.
Why you have such a small head?
Because it's, you know, Shabbat, so it's Friday, so it's a holy night.
So you wear this to make a mocking on the Jew who give this day, yes?
No.
Why you wear this?
Because I'm Jewish. So I wear the hat because, you know, it's kind of a mandate in the religion to wear the hat every day, but especially on Friday. So, but it's not about me; it's about you. So tell me about your cultural learning. What was number one?
Okay. Yes, we are bored. We're all bored now. But has it ever occurred to you, Wally, that the process that creates this boredom that we see in the world now may very well be a self-perpetuating, unconscious form of brainwashing created by a world totalitarian government based on money, and that all of this is much more dangerous than one thinks, and it's not just a question of individual survival, Wally, but that somebody who's bored is asleep, and somebody who's asleep will not say no? See, I keep meeting these people. I mean, just a few days ago, I met this man whom I greatly admire. He's a Swedish... physicist, Gustav Bjornstrand, and he told me that he no longer watches television, he doesn't read newspapers, and he doesn't read magazines. He's completely cut them out of his life because he really does feel that we're living in some kind of Orwellian nightmare now, and that everything that you hear now contributes to turning you into a robot. When I was at Findhorn, I met this extraordinary English tree expert who had devoted his life to saving trees. Just got back from Washington.
Yeah, I think the show's morphing into a pirate radio, to be honest. But do you know what? It's what I do. It's my style. Turn it up so you come Friday. Let's do it.
Do you like New Yorkers who keep talking about the fact that they want to leave but never do? And I said, oh, yes. And he said, why do you think they don't leave? I gave him different banal theories. He said, oh, I don't think it's that way at all. He said, I think that New York is the new model for the new concentration camp, where the camp has been built by the inmates themselves, and the inmates are the guards.
See, I preach out in new directions. See, I reach out in new directions. See a preacher in new directions. Just to know you, just to feel you again. Just to know you, just to feel
Do magic, man.
what?
Gouge his eyes.
Just to know you, just to feel you again, just to know.
Yes, very good. I've been passing through this very unstable politically pandemonium.
Company, baby.
No.
Just
Top of the pop.
That wasn't smooth. Do you remember the cops in Australia? I remember this, man. The cops in Australia were like cruising around, smashing people's bollocks up. That's literally what they were doing. Honestly, like the stuff we live through, man.
Oh no. You should hold on.
See, I reach out in new directions. See, I preach out in new directions. See, I reach out in new directions. See, I preach out in new directions. Just to know you, just to feel you again. Just to know you, just to feel you again. What?
I am very disappointed.
Fuck's sake. No words. What are we gonna play? No, not that.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
A good fight should be like a small play, but played seriously. A good martial artist does not become tense, but ready. Not thinking, yet not dreaming. Ready for whatever may come. When the opponent expands, I contract. When he contracts, I expand. And when there is an opportunity, I do not hit. It hits all by itself.
Now, you must remember, the enemy has only images and illusions, behind which he hides his true motives. Destroy the image, and you will break the enemy.
Alba goes to tell the people.
Pull it up, selector. Pull it up, selector. I leg on this one, yeah.
It's all going to be back to normal by January of 2021, because everyone's going to be arrested because the white hats are going to save us. Anyone pushing
This planet is ours. Which
you come from? I put my thing in and tell you, I saw me down it in the press. Over gold medal in a gunja contest. Put the gold on got Jamaica under stress. Me smuggle marijuana in a bulletproof vest. Fucking voodoo magic man.
Rob will come and get us in the Ark. That's right, Rob is going to sail the Ark.
The way she whine, she make me fall. Lord of mercy. Pretty girl enough to fuck, she tipsy with a Pepsi. She feel relaxed, touching me lax, then she go and chat it. She tell her sexy friend she really feel the Nazi. I poop her elbow, Schengen and bring back the rubber duck style. Go on the MySpace and check out my profile. Who would have loved me go in your space for a while?
Gouge his eyes!
A friend and I feel like versatile. Precious, precious.
Oh crap. I just realised my mic was on.
Precious, up at the pickle till the morning, morning. Precious, precious, she's whining on me. Precious, up at the pickle till the morning, morning. Mona Lisa, please don't wake me up, this night is a dream. It's the greatest movie ever, never go on big screen. Slow motion on your lips, on your hips, on your cheeks. Like one of them old movies where the words them out of sync. Look, the song come out, so I knew they just start. All of the amazing memories, them just falling apart. The magic of the last night gets standing up.
Board called a television that they've conned you into thinking is a smart TV that's turning you into a satanized moron.
Too right.
Your big screen is turning you into a big idiot.
Yeah, that's right, plastic. These fucking plastic people.
Well, if it's a weeping and a morning and a not enough teeth in the dance and who don't think we'll run for them comes out when time it comes to my sound, which is the top 10 sound.
Your fire.
The 600-meter underway. Heather Dornan in Minnesota finished second this a year ago. She is in lane 4.
And Dornan is probably going to be your favorite. She actually won the NCAA championships in 2006 in the 800, but she's only won one Big Ten championship.
Number one DJ, number one factor. Girl, we come back to the reggae to slam. We coming at the dance and me at the dance. No slam bam bam, thank you mama. Give it down, girl, we come back to the reggae to slam. We coming at the dance and me at the dance. No slam bam bam, thank you mama. Give it down, well, you know. Some boy killer no want no laziness in the dance, you know. So all of the top nuts, let's get up and rock. And all the daughter and all the man, let's get up and shock out. And some boy killer, there. Give me the weed, good ganja weed. Come on and burn it down, cause when we murder the weed. Give me the weed, good sense of weed. Ganja weed, original.
Immediately thought that it did. It is an example of some commentators chasing their own tails and trying to take a statement that is commonsensical.
Yeah, wrong one. I saw Kate 2.0 out and about.
Me reach your old land, go check now your finger, the two Rasta man, just to get a shot. The Allah, give me the weed, good ganja weed. No matter murder, don't cause all of me murder the weed. Give me the weed, good sexy weed. Ganja weed, all me all yes in weed. So smoke it in a wiggle, mention the chalice of force. I ain't to give me, make me get my dose. Cock and cocaine, not to get my nose. Oh, the good ganja, not to get A+. Long as in time to go get the right stuff. A ganja man, she's the same.
A political robot. How are you going to convince others like me to vote for you?
Well, the most...
Don't bullshit me. Bullshit. 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 Bullshit.
Bullshit. You sell some. It's all bullshit. Give me the weed, good ganja weed. Cabana burn it up, that's when we murder the weed. Give me the weed, good sensey weed. Ganja we love it all, yes indeed. Girl, we come back to the weed, get to slum. We come in at the dance, and me at the dance. No slum, bam, bam, thank you, mum. Girl, we come back for the we get to slum. We come in at the dance and me at the dance. No slum bam bam. Thank you, mum.
This is the remix.
Stibbling dong dong, stibbling dong dong. It's a rude white on, it's Kingston dong. Stibbling dong dong, stibbling dong dong. It's a rude white on. Some man have no man still a chat the burger thing. If you no drop no green, I straight up this thing. On a bunch of the kids a slow rhythm. JCF a move round them but the M16. Some man a drive up and down them at the latest thing. Machine fitting at them think a show off girls something. Smell a marijuana round the corner. Them juggling my madman getting good. Scared out of the garbage bin. Hey,
oh man. So if you look at the Matrix, it's just a set of programs. If we understand that we live in three different worlds at the same time: the spiritual world, the spiritual world, the mental world, the physical world. Spirit, mind, body. Spirit, mind, body. Okay, so we're in three different worlds simultaneously. They're not places. They're all literally right here. A lot of us think that we're our body. We think that we're our race. We think that we're our religion. We think that we're our political preference, our sexual orientation. Those are all taking place on the physical plane. But see, the Matrix is the physical plane. So what do? In order to govern the plane below, the physical plane, I'd have to go to the plane above. So what the Matrix is essentially a set of programs that push your buttons on the mental plane to keep you stuck in the physical plane. So which is why I can sit here and pump out a bunch of stuff about your body, and now you'll think that you are your body. And now by you thinking that you're your body, you're stuck in the physical plane. This is how you broke free from the Matrix, was through your mind. This is why you see this. Life is mental. That's what life is. So when you have an awareness mentally of what you actually are, you take control of your thoughts. You're responsible for your thoughts. You're accountable for your emotions. Now you can start to essentially dissect and disintegrate yourself from the Matrix, and now the Matrix can't control you.
Let's listen to a Nazi criminal.
For example, Mars has the highest volcano in the world, in the known solar system. The highest volcano in the world, in the known solar system.
The highest volcano in the world, yeah. Well, as we know now, the Germans first discovered that we live on a bigger world. So, Werner von Braun knows we are living on a bigger ball. So, when he is talking about the world, he is talking about the bigger ball. And everybody laughs, ha 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 ha. But those big scientists are laughing with their own stupidity.
For example, Mars has the highest volcano in the world, in the known solar system.
This is nuts. This is nuts.
Which mapped the planet Mars thoroughly. The planet Mars thoroughly.
I think he wanted to say the Mars crater or the Mars area.
Mr. Anderson, welcome back.
Do you know what? Honestly, guys, I've still got so much to play, but to be honest, I'm struggling. I'm struggling with all the clips. It's too big a show, too many clips, and I need to play something just to settle myself a bit. So I'm going to play what I wanted to play, the Nephilim spirits roaming around in this realm, and there's something in this, man. There is something in this, and it's nuts. It's nuts.
Real is
right?
us. What is real is our connection to the divine.
But it's crazy because I've always said it. I keep saying it over and over and over, and they are still here and they're running things. I believe.
System going on. What is us? What is real is our connection to the divine, and what is creating this whole situation is our failure to acknowledge it. Our belief that we need someone else to come along and fix things for us. That we can vote in someone like Ricardo Bosi, who's just going to continue the system going on the way it is with a few slightly different guidelines. He's going to continue to support the deep state by supporting the state of Israel. He was even claiming that some of the chemtrail spraying in the sky is good chemtrails. They're spraying these chemtrails to heal us from the other chemtrails they're spraying. And people believe.
I've heard other people say that as well. Oh yeah, what they're spraying is good. It's come on, don't be so naive.
It's incredible, folks. Absolutely incredible. A lot of people just buy whatever they're told. And all of this stuff is controlled, all of it is contrived, and it's just ridiculous that anyone would buy into it. But that's why I've steered away from interviewing people. You've noticed I rarely interview anybody anymore because I simply don't know who to trust. Anybody that I've had on and tried to promote them in some way has ended up being a fraud or a fake. People I've tried to align myself with, I've thought that they've said the right thing and they're doing the right thing, have ended up being frauds and fakes. People like Ken O'Keefe. I went into Gaza with Ken O'Keefe. He told me about all these fantastic ideas he had for bringing support to the people of Palestine. He did at least 10 major fundraisers, raised tens of thousands of dollars for Palestine, and all of it got spent on administration costs for the organisation he was running, which was interesting because the only person involved in the organisation was him. He just milked all that money out of the world and said he was giving it to the Palestinians, and he didn't. And he's got a golden tongue and a heart as black as coal. So many people I've found like this in the so-called truth movement. And so many people get involved in this movement and they want to just exalt themselves to the level of guru. I'm the truth you should be listening to, all this sort of crap. When it isn't about that, it's about freedom. People arguing over the shape of the earth, even worried about what went on in the old world. And admittedly, it's interesting. The old world is an incredibly interesting topic. But if you really want to discover what's going on in the old world, if you really want to argue over what shape the earth is, whether the earth is round or flat, you really want to argue about any of this stuff, the argument isn't getting you anywhere. What we need to do is establish the freedom to find out what the truth is. And all these arguments do is move you away from that freedom. They just create division. I think all of it's been done by design, folks. I really do. You know, we've got to put down the division. We've got to see the state of clear and present danger that we're in and establish the freedom that we need. And the way we're going to do that is by changing the perspective of ourselves. Change what's in our hearts. Stop tolerating wrong behavior. Stop believing that authority is real. Stop doing what these people say. Just do the right thing in all that you do. And we don't have to even create a new system. The new system will create itself around us, around the new perspective that we exhibit and the new perspective, the new actions that we carry out. That's how to do it, folks. Change yourself and you change the world. Might be a bit of a process, but hey, that's the way to do it. I mean, everything that's happening in the world, folks, it's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. The track and trace, the control, the breakdown of all of our systems. And the track and trace is getting remarkable as well. There's a new thing that they've got, I believe, on Windows 11 called Windows Recall. If you use the Edge browser, the Windows browser, it actually can recall everything you've done. It takes screenshots, like I think every few seconds or every few minutes, perhaps every time you go onto a new web page. But you can recall all of the places
how do we introduce memory, right? Photographic memory into what you do on the PC. And now we have it. So it's called RiTUAL. It's not keyword search, right? It's semantic search over all your history. And it's not just about any document. We can recreate moments from the past, essentially.
Here's how it works. Windows constantly takes screenshots of what's on your screen, then uses a generative AI model right on the device, along with the NPU, to process all that data and make it searchable, even photos. I got to try it out. I searched brown leather bag. It came up in visual search. There's no place on this page that it says brown leather bag. It just knows because it sees this brown leather bag. There could be this reaction from some people that this is pretty creepy. Microsoft is taking screenshots of everything I do.
Yeah, I mean, that's why that you can only do it on the edge, right? So this is like, you have to put two things together. This is my computer. This is my recall, and it's all being done locally.
Windows recall, and they say it's there for your protection and there for your safety. No, it's not, folks. It's there so they can track and trace everything you do. And they say, oh, it's all stored on your drive. It's all under your control. Yeah, of course it is. Nothing in Windows is under your control, folks. It's all under the control of Windows. That's what Windows is all about, and it's gotten worse and worse over the years. It's just what they do, folks, and it's the way Windows has been designed to be right from the start. Yeah. You know, it's really important for people to see what's going on. I can't stress this enough. I mean, that's why I do this, why I continue to do this. You know, sometimes I've wondered whether the videos are making a difference, you know, whether I should even keep going, whether it's pointless. But then I see people waking up. I see people in the mainstream media starting to come around and say the right things. Like I said, even people like Joe Rogan and Tucker Carlson.
Guys, can we please watch the words in the chat, man? It's how my stream got. You are in the naughty step. I'm sorry, I don't mean personally ZYX, but 2 weeks ago my stream was taken down because people were saying that same word in the chat. So you really need to watch the words, and the mods need to have a little look for it as well. Anyway, it's all good, but it's all right, ZYX, but they take my stream down because of it.
And Candace Owens, none of these people I trust at all, but at least they're saying some semblance of truth and providing a doorway for people to be able to look a little deeper and perhaps discover the work of people such as myself and the other people who are speaking the truth. But steer away from people who claim they know the truth, folks. I mean, we know certain things. We know the world is under attack. We know the people with small hats control a lot of stuff, but there are so many more questions. You know, there was talk years ago, even actually in, I think it was the Emerald Tablets. There was talk in the Emerald Tablets. I don't even know how much I believe the Emerald Tablets, folks. I don't believe too much of what's been written down. I think there's a lot of red herrings out there. But you've got things such as the Secret Covenant that actually Jeff talked about on his last show. And you just search for that, folks, the Secret Covenant. Tells you everything that's going on now. To say, oh, this is just a conspiracy theory. Well, interesting if it is, because it tells you everything that's going on now. But in the Emerald Tablets, and getting to the old world for a minute, one of the things that happened in the destruction of the old world was the removal of all the church bells, and not just church bells. There were bells in a lot of buildings and a lot of towers.
Right. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to
see on top of old buildings.
I've just done to SS. My head's gone with the clips. I've got over 100 clips, and it's killed my brain. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish this clip off 7 more minutes, and then I'm going to play a reggae mix, which is a really good mix, really good.
Had bell towers in them, and what were these bells used for? They weren't just used for telling the time. They weren't just.
This is what I was talking about earlier. Remember, I was talking about the evil spirits and how they rang bells every hour to keep the spirits away. Since they got rid of the bells. Because what the bell did, Max will tell you here. Max explains.
Used for marking off the hours of the day.
What is the apocalypse of the bells? Starting around the 1600s, there seems to have been some sort of worldwide decree to destroy church bells in places as far apart as Chicago and Tibet. During the German occupation of Europe in World War II, unprecedented confiscation and destruction of these bells took place. In Western Europe alone, over 150,000 church bells were melted down by the National Socialist regime. 90,000 of those bells were from Germany itself. The common belief is that the bells were required to be melted down for artillery, but in many circumstances the bells seem to have been simply destroyed, shot with cannons or blown apart with explosives seemingly for no good reason at all. There seems to be an entire mythology or perhaps an inside joke surrounding these bells, like the famous crack in the Liberty Bell or the hole in the world's largest bell, the Tsar Bell. What is going on here?
They tell us they were removed and melted down for ammunition in one of their many ill-fought wars at our expense. But what we were intentionally not made to realize is just how important these bells were in the old world.
Tunes are coming in 5 minutes. Just hold the ship. 5 minutes, Bert.
Were not just idle places of worship. They were the healing centers of the old world, operating similar to the principles of the Rife machine, using frequency and vibration, a technology and capability known very well in the old world. Why would we be allowed such empowering freedoms? There is no profit and control to be had in a healthy patient.
There's talk in the Emerald Tablets that a lot of these bells were used for warding off evil spirits. There was talk in the Emerald Tablets how the earth had been overrun by a parasitic species. This is talked about in the Castaneda books when they talk about the predator mind, how the fact that humans are enslaved to a species that they can't really perceive, that operates outside visible light, that's able to take on human form, and it feeds from us. This is stuff that David Icke has talked about for years. It's stuff that the Essenes talked about, stuff the Gnostics talked about, the Nag Hammadi library, they talk about the Archons. This species that came from somewhere. Even the Australian Aboriginals talk about this race that lives underground, that actually...
Thanks, Rachel. I didn't see it. Have a good night.
Got the Africans talk about the Chitahuri. The Indians talk about the reptilian species, their snake brothers that they call them, American Indians.
This is good though, isn't it? He's bang on the money. These bells, the spirits, etc. There's something in it, and that's why our world is the way it is now, because there's no more bells. How about that?
Snake brothers. You've got to wonder how much of this is true, but according to some reports, these bells used to create a sound frequency which would expose these creatures when they took human form or whatever.
National anthem. Everybody right now, push up your hand them, yo. Ready for them, me say me ready for them. Nobody talk as a pure problem. This one is a national anthem. Everybody right now, push up your hand.
It's ours, witch.
This a bad boy sound, and this a bad boy sound. Jump on sound and me say some boy clown. Bad boy sound and me say we run the town. Ready for them, me say we ready for them. Ready for them because of your problem. Ready for them, we say we ready for them. Ready for them, we say we ready for them. Ready for them because of your problem. Ready for them, we say we ready for them. Number one champion sound. Big up all the jungle selector. Big up all the rude boy selector. Big up all the jungle selector. Big up all the jungle selector.
mixed different qualities of horns together, and plus some things that I actually learned from.
Big shout out to Kirsty. I think you like this song. It's Utah Jazz, Quincy. Very good song. Oh, yeah, Max is back. I'll replay the song in a sec.
Same story coming from so many different directions. There's been so much talk about this from so many different directions. When you hear the same story coming from so many different directions, like I said, Australian Aboriginals, the Indians, the American Indians, the Gnostics, the Essenes, the Emerald Tablets, so many people talk about the fact that humankind has been overrun by a species that can look human but actually isn't. And then when you look at what's being done to the world and the amount of destruction and death and brutality and just psychopathic behaviour that's happening, could humans really do this? I mean, with what Israel is doing in Gaza, I don't know how anyone could do this and call themselves human. There's no excuse for it. I even had that report on of that soldier saying, oh, you know, I killed a 12-year-old today, but I'm looking for babies, but there's no babies left.
We are looking for babies, but there is no babies left.
What babies? Say that again.
Just awful. I'm not going to play that. Let's turn it up. Let's do pirate radio. Ooh.
Things are supposed to work. The government should know virtually nothing about us because we're private citizens. We're supposed to know everything about the government because they're public servants. But everything is backward right now. And also look at the media.
When I drink my fairy tales, I think of me and Shelly. She keeps my type of hype, but I can't dare with brother Shelly. Now I stick with chasing and look for something better.
Always have, always will.
And asking if I could get with her, I just played her by ear and hope she gets the picture. I'm shooting for her heart, got my finger on.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Shit.
More bullshit.
Today, now she's more sophisticated, highly educated, not at all overrated. I think I need a prayer to get in a book, and it looks rather dry. I guess the twinkle in her eye is just a twinkle in her eye. Although she's great stepping, I'll try and stop the stride, cause I won't have no more of this after the ride. That much voice, my opinion,
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
you make my tail like it, all you do was kind of like a dog, and I was like a fan. Dude, he looked good, downside, he had a man, he was a Rudy, dude. I make good food, she told me to your little birdie's gonna fly the coop. She was a flake like corn, and I was born not to understand, but in the past I have to be a better man.
The textures that he used in this arranging were intriguing to me. The way he mixed different qualities of horns together, and plus some things that I actually learned from Q, as we call him, harmonically. You know, at that time, helped my growth as a musician.
She keeps so bad.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
She keeps so bad. Yes, she does. She keeps so bad. That nigga goes again, the joke. Now the world around me keeps moving in slow motion when everything happens to walk by. What is the apple of my eye? Overlooking history down my feet, think about how much I tried. Wait, no, why didn't I really pursue my little prince with persistence? Till I was so low, she's actually unaware of my existence from a distance I decide. Secretly admired, wired, a letter together. It was my dear, you do not know me, but I know you.
I was drunk.
Right, we're going to go back to the other scene, so I might skip for a second. So we're going to skip back to the other scene and we're going to play some pirate radio for a little bit.
His eyes.
Right, we're back. There we go. We're back. Let's do it. Some pirate radio, some reggae, I think, because that other scene was new and the music's all over the place, and then I couldn't do it. Let's do this one. No, I'll take it down. Here we go.
It all started because I play with Ouija boards, dabbling in black magic, trying to get in touch with all that back, and I must emphasize, dabbling in black magic. It's bad for your health. Don't touch the Ouija board.
Sneaky little witches.
I'll be back.
20th century jungle. You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Director Ty Huntington telling the team we are go for launch. So 20 seconds to go. Let's listen in.
T-10.
Right, guys. Do you know what? It's weird. I had such a good show planned tonight, and do you know what? My brain couldn't keep up with it. It wasn't the show. It was too many clips. Way too many clips. And I powered myself out. How about that? Anyway, we'll keep playing for a little bit, but we're going to finish up soon. My head's gone. I can't even think properly. Too much time on the screen. 3 hours nearly. But I love you all. EKoM Friday, turn up. Let's go out with a bang. Big up, brother. We know this song, don't we? Dub Motion, Soul Intention. Turn it up. See you on Friday. All aboard, departing soon. Yeah, do you know what? It's hard to do what I do, and I tried to make it a really big show tonight, and it kind of all collapsed in my own, like, not in my own head, but just too much to deal with, too much to process, even for my supercomputer. Turn it up, see you come Friday. Love you all. Couple of songs and we'll finish up. Thank you for watching. Big love, big love, big love.
It's showtime.
Excuse me? Baking powder? $5,000 occupancy permit? Yes, we have that actually, yes. Piece of cake.
Fine, then all forms and applications must be filled out in triplicate and returned to this office no later than 10 working days before the event. With the money.
Okay, well, we'll take these home, run through them with a fine-tooth comb, cross the T's and dot the... lowercase j's.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? fucking voodoo magic man.
Muhammad Jihad! Bagala! Muhammad Jihad! La Durga Durga! Muhammad Jihad! Muhammad Jihad! Oh, shit. Come on, Gary. You have the power.
Durga Durga Allah. Durga Durga. Muhammad Jihad. Durga Durga. Bagala.
Oh, Durga Durga Durga.
Ducka. Last song, guys. Thanks for watching. My head is pickled with all the clips, honestly. Hope you enjoyed the show.
His eyes.
What is the 5 fingers say to the face? What? Slap!
It's a good song. I know it was a good show. It's just a bit stressful for me. It turned out stressful and not too easy. But anyway, love you all. Big love, big love, big love. One more song after this one, then we're finished.
Get to the chopper!
Yep, that song. We're going to try play one more song, but I'm not sure if it'll play or not. Let's see. They hate that song, don't they? Oh, the song I had lined up didn't play. Right, this will finish.